There are endless videos on YouTube on how to glow up. Even I made one last year, in case you want to watch it. You don't have to spend a lot of money just to change the way that you look. Unless you're planning to get a surgery, you can have a very affordable and effective glow up. We have two categories. There is soft maxing, which is what I will be talking about today. And then there is hard maxing, which I won't be covering because it's about surgeries and invasive procedures. I'm going to give you a list of basic things that you can do to look better. And it's a bit more practical when you get them done by a professional. It does save you time, but that's going to drive the price up. So I'll be giving you a few DIY options as well. I'm going to mention a lot of brands, so at some point maybe this will start looking like a very long ad, but these are all brands that I used or have used, and if I haven't, then I'll be telling you about it. Non-invasive treatments include cosmetic dentistry, hair removal, Botox, injections, fillers, body contouring, microblading, and teeth whitening. For the grooming part, we have manicures and pedicures, lash extensions, eyebrow shaping, hair, skincare, makeup, and fashion. And then for the final one, which is health, we have hygiene, diet, fitness, and sleep. Skincare. So ideally, skincare should be something preventative and not something you use once you get the blemish. Of course, we're going to use it then. The point is that you should take care of your skin regardless of its current state. And I'm looking at you people that say that if you have dark skin, you shouldn't wear sunscreen. Do we have a higher tolerance? Yes, we do, but that doesn't mean that we do not get sun damage. And if you're like me and you have issues with hyperpigmentation, not wearing sunscreen can make it worse. Especially if you use chemical exfoliants, because then your skin is going to start burning and peeling. Since this is about looking better, of course, we do not want a white cast on our skin. So there are a few options that are dark skin friendly. Melee and Black Girl sunscreen are two of them. The ideal scenario would be to go to a dermatologist to get your skin checked, and it's even better if you find someone that specializes in dark skin. If you want a more affordable option, you can still create your own skin regimen, but do look for suggestions for darker skin tones and don't put anything all over your face or all over your body before you do a patch test. The Ordinary and the Inky list come first to mind when it comes to affordable skincare. But the Skin is also quite affordable and they focus on dark skin. Other brands that focus on dark skin are Melee and Topicals. Skincare is not just about your face, it also includes the rest of your body. We'll talk about that later. In the meantime, don't forget to apply to your neck and your chest as well. Hair. So hair becomes an endless realm of possibilities, especially if you belong to the African community or the Black community, because it's kind of like the culture with it. It can go from wearing your natural hair, relaxers, weaves, wigs, protective styles. It doesn't really matter what you use, as long as it's something that you're comfortable in and that you feel like it fits your face and your features. With hair, the products vary a lot more than anything else, but if you're looking for an overall suggestion, a brand that I really like is Red Beauty. I recently found it and I think it's great, and I've also heard very good things about 4C only. Be careful with heat damage when it comes to flat irons, curlers or hair dryers. You should go for ceramic ones because they are gentler on your hair. If you have very kinky hair and no patience, then you might want to get a titanium one. But if you're trying to heat drain your hair by yourself, use ceramic because it is more gentle. When your hair is wet, try to use a microfiber towel instead of a regular cotton one when possible. This is also where having a satin pillowcase can come in handy. It should be satin, not silk, because the satin texture is what's going to help with friction. If you want a real satin pillowcase without spending $100 per piece, then you should look into Lila Silk. Theirs go between $25 and $70 depending on the style. And you don't need to go for real satin. Polyester and polyester blends work as well. But since polyester is essentially plastic, they are not breathable, meaning that they do get warmer at night. So if you don't want to experience that, then you should get the real ones. Something that I have said in multiple videos is that lashes and your eyebrows can significantly improve your looks because they frame your face. So if you style them correctly, it does make a difference. Lash extensions and microblading can save you time. If you do not like needles or you want something a bit more affordable, you can get your brows shaped and also get those fake lashes instead of lash extensions. It doesn't really matter if you don't have bushy brows for you to shape them because I don't have brows. These are technically fake. If you do want something a bit more permanent than the fake lashes, you can try out one of those DIY kits for lash extensions. Do be gentle with your extensions. You do not want to pay $150 just for them to fall off in 3 days. So don't put waterproof mascara on them and don't sleep on your face. If you don't want to use mascara and fake lashes all the time, an alternative to lash extensions would be something like Lashify, which is a semi-permanent lash kit. The starter kit itself is $125 and the lash refills are about $10. Alternatively, if you touch your eyes way too much to wear lashes like me, or you simply don't feel like wearing them, then mascara is essential if you still want the long lashes. Finding the right one can be overwhelming because there are way too many options. My favorite mascara is the They Are Real by Benefit, and you can get a kit with a full-sized one and a tiny one. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. You want smooth and hydrated lips. Facial skincare is not just about your, face, it should also include your lips. So you want to moisturize them, and if you want to, you can use a gentle exfoliator on them, but don't overdo it because you don't want to get hurt. There are multiple options. I guess the most popular one is sugar scrubs, but there are also exfoliating balms, and you can use something like this. It's a lip scrubber, so it just has tiny bristles and then you just rub it with a balm and that's it. If you want to go a step further, you can get one of those SPF lip balms and wear it when you go out. Teeth. This one can take a long time if you want or need to get into the orthodoncy part of dentistry. There is also cosmetic dentistry. It can go from something small like teeth whitening to something a bit more invasive like veneers and dental bonding. If you want something that's quite affordable, you can buy those whitening strips at the supermarket, but they are not going to be as effective. Makeup is an art and a form of self-expression, but we can also use it to hide the things that we do not want to show and enhance the things that we do love. The key to a natural makeup look is to not overdo it, of course. One tip is to use concealer instead of foundation and just apply it to key places. One of the best things about the natural makeup look is that if you're one of those people that like taking a makeup bag with you, then you have the option of not having to carry something like this and just have a small pouch with like your concealer, your mascara, a lipstick and maybe some powder, something like that. If you have very oily skin, then you can also add blotting paper to the list. The next one would be your nails. It's a nice touch to get them done, but that does not mean that you have to wear those massive acrylic nails. You can wear your natural ones, get like gel polish, Pressons or Gelix. Gelix is the same as Lashify in the sense that you buy the starter kit and then you get refills. The starter kit for Gelix is $118. If you want something more affordable, Pressons are super cheap and you can get them for as low as $5. But of course, they are not going to last as long. If you do want to use those, then use them with nail glue and not the sticky glue that they come with, otherwise they're going to last even less. Fragrance is a whole different country or even continent in the world of fashion and beauty. And something that's very tricky about it is that at least with clothes and makeup, you can sort of get an idea of what it's going to look like on you. But with fragrance, you only get descriptions, and unless you have a lot of experience with it, you're not going to understand what that means or how it's going to translate. Even if you do, it's not always the same thing that you have in mind. The other downside to it is that even if you're like, oh, okay, I'm at the store, I'm going to smell it. Once you smell like 5, your nose starts thinking that everything's the same. I suggest choosing 3 signature fragrances, one for everyday, one for daytime, and one for nighttime. Having one is more than enough, but you might get tired of wearing the same one every single day, and then you're going to lose the sensitivity to the smell of it. You can try Scentbird before you commit to a fragrance. This is a subscription type of thing, so if you don't like that, then you should look for something else. For everyday use, I use Angel Nova from Mugler. It is sweet and tropical. I live in a tropical country. Of course, that's what I like. For everyday use, I have Angel Nova from Mugler. It is very sweet, very tropical. I live in a tropical country. That's why there are always birds in my videos. Then I also like Black Opium by YSL for nighttime, and Good Girl and Very Good Girl Glam by Carolina Herrera for daytime. Good Girl a bit more for nighttime, and Very Good Girl Glam for both. Then there is your body, and obviously it's just looking healthy, but that changes from person to person. The overall suggestion is just to eat healthy and stay active whenever you can. Another thing is skincare, and skincare is not just about your face. You should also take care of the rest of your body. The view on hair removal has changed in the past years, but if you're going for the traditional look, then that's part of it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, along with any of the other things in the list. Something that I do want to say is that if you have very dark skin and you're looking into laser hair removal, go to a specialist. And that's because darker skin tones can burn if you don't do it right. The last step, naturally, is to dress better. I'm a stylist, so that's what I do. Working on your style is a great way to improve the way that you look, and it's also quite fun to start experimenting with different things. Speaking about that, if you want me to help you develop your style, you can hire me as a personal stylist at cocostyling.com. And if you want more tips on how to improve your looks, you can revisit my glow up guide from last year. I will be seeing you in a few days to talk about the kiwi types for black women. As a footnote, I have a new project, sort of, it's called The Theory of Brown, and it's a website in which I'm going to explain all of my methods. If you're new here, that's because I created the first and only styling system that has been tailored specifically for dark-skinned women and people of color. You can go to this website and be one of the first people to know when it finally launches.